All right, number 1, negative 72 minus negative 10. We have two negatives in a row. Remember, when we have two negatives in a row, we can change that. It's the opposite of the opposite. Can turn into a plus sign. So we have 100 positives. We have 72 negatives. So we need to do a little subtraction here to figure out how many positives we have left over after we cancel off 72 with the negatives. Excuse the crazy hair day I do. Number 2, you need to multiply all of these rational numbers together. Number 3, using a number line. Well, this is an inequality, so we need to use a number line. We need to find the answer. We know that we want to find out what x is less than. So to do that, we got to get rid of this minus 4, so we do plus 4 to both sides. So we learned that x is less than some number. So x is going to be all of the numbers to the left of that number. I want you to figure out what that number is. Put a nice circle around it. It can't be that number because it has to be less than that number. So do not color in this circle. But we need to shade everything to the left because x is less than it. So I want you to tell me, what is that number right there on your number line? Number 4, we have a decimal, and we need to change this to a fraction and to a percent. Well, to go to a percent, all you need to do is times 100. Now to go to a decimal, we need to look at what place this 5 is in. This is the tenths, this is the hundredths, so this is the thousandths. So we'll set up a fraction, 125 out of 1,000. We can reduce this fraction. We can divide by several different numbers, but I know if I end in a 5 or a 0, we can divide by 5. We can divide by 5. I want you to keep going until you get a 1 on the top, and then plug in the bottom denominator here. Number 5, simplify and show our work. In the numerator, we've got 3 things that we can combine. 23 and 10 are positive, and we have a negative 18 to go with that. In the bottom, we have 6 and negative 1. So you can reduce the top, then reduce the bottom. And then maybe you'll be able to simplify that fraction. Just do this work up on the numerator, do this work on the denominator, and then see if it's something that comes out as a good division problem. That is certainly possible. If that's the case, then you can keep going. So, yeah, that's probably all I'm going to say on number 5.